Great new day to all of my self-care family and friends. Welcome to the Self-Care Club's Room to Breathe. Now, for those of you who are new here, I'm Shantae, better known as Life Coach 614 here on social media, and I am a Master Certified Self-Care and Boundaries Life Coach. Our mission here at the Self-Care Club is to provide a supportive space for individuals to embrace their healing journeys. We aim to empower our members to turn their struggles into strength through motivational content, community support, and one-on-one personalized coaching. Our goal is to inspire a culture of self-care and well-being, guiding our community towards a more healthier and much more balanced lifestyle. So, whether you are joining us via the radio or tuning into our live stream, I am absolutely delighted to have you here with us today. And if you happen to be catching this on the replay, be sure to drop a comment letting us know where you're from. Now, before we dive in, let's go over some basics and boundaries. With the support of our admins and moderators in the chat, we are maintaining a peaceful and safe space for sharing, caring, and embracing each other's unique self-care journey. Your engagement in the conversation, tapping the screen, and sharing the live helps us immensely. And remember that every gift and membership contribution during the live stream directly supports the Self-Care Club LLC, creating a wave of positive change. Your generosity truly drives our mission forward. Now, if you are seeking additional information about the Self-Care Club or you want to tap into some of our free resources that are available, please head over to selfcareclub.org. Again, that is selfcareclub.org. Now, together, let's commit to making this community a beacon of positivity and support for everyone. If you are ready to embark on a new journey with me today, please flood this chat with some green hearts. Thank you, Kale. I see you. Thank you. Brooks, come on now. I see you, girl. Allie V in the house. Wanda girl. Beloved, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you, Juju B. Thank you. All right, guys, so we are in the day 4. Today is day 4 of our Revive in 45 challenge, which is a transformative journey spanning over 45 weekdays throughout July and August, designed to help us feel more empowered in our healing journey. This challenge aims to help each and every one of us learn to turn our struggles into strength, fostering personal growth and resilience. Through these daily activities and practices, my goal is to have participants to feel will deepen, right? Each of you will deepen your sense of self-awareness, and I'm hoping that you guys will be able to develop some new tools needed to overcome these obstacles in your life and to continue to thrive as you grow through the things that you're going through. The focus is on nurturing an empowering and resilient mindset, ensuring that each and every one of you emerges from this stronger and more capable of handling life's challenges. So today, our quote of the day that I want you guys to add to the chat for me is, your attitude determines your direction. Hi, Diana. Your attitude determines your direction. Add that to the chat for me. Hey, Fix. Your attitude determines your direction. Yes, your attitude determines your direction. Now, I'm going to begin with a personal story. Y'all know I like to use myself as an example because I'm just a living, breathing testimony on how life be lifing and how we can do things to help ourselves to kind of get over it, right? To get through it. And so, a few years ago, I found myself almost like at a crossroads. I was facing significant challenges in my life, both personally, professionally, right? My career was stagnant, wasn't going anywhere. I didn't feel like I was moving up. I didn't know what I wanted to do next, right? So I was just stuck, like in a rut, right? Um, it all the stress and everything that was going on put a strain on my relationship, right? On my marriage. Um, and I really just felt like I was swimming against the tide, right? That I was fighting harder to get to the next place, to get to the next level in life. And so during this challenging time, you know, um, I started to become a little more negative. And I've typically been an optimistic person my whole life. But during this time I started to slide into some dark areas again. And I had to tell myself, like this, I had to be honest with myself, I guess, and realize like, hey, this isn't what we want for us. We don't like this. This situation isn't comfortable, right? And so I was talking to a friend, just kind of explaining to them like what was going on, and they're like, well, yeah, your feelings are valid. And I'm like, yeah, you damn right they are. I know they are. At this point, I know a little thing or two about some self-care, but I couldn't understand why I still felt like I was moving backwards in the situation or having to fight even harder through things. And so, I was still in therapy at the time. I still am in therapy at this time. But, so I was talking to my therapist, and, one of the things that I had taken away from this, in addition to my feelings being valid, and, I was taking the right steps because I was acknowledging that there was a problem, and I was holding myself accountable, and I was doing what I needed to do and things like that. I came across this quote that said, your attitude determines your direction. And so at this point, I have kept feeling like everything was going wrong. And I couldn't understand it because I'm such a positive person. But I have so many negative thoughts in my mind at this point, and so everything was going wrong. So my negative attitude was guiding me into more negative, dark spaces. My me hanging around other people, who was enjoying my misery and keeping me company with theirs was leading me into more negative places. And so, I had to sit back and I had to analyze what's going on. What am I watching? What am I listening to? Who am I hanging around? Who am I talking to? Right? And so, as yesterday we had to say, we're far too smart to be the only thing getting in our own way, right? So I had to realize my mindset was getting in my way. My negative thoughts, my negative company, the negative toxic things that I was watching on TV, right? The negative spaces that I was sitting in. It was guiding me down a negative path to the point where things that normally wouldn't even piss me off had me heated. I wasn't able to respond to situations because I was too busy reacting to situations, right? And so, I came across this quote, and it might have been in a class I was taking or a book I was reading. I don't remember where I saw it. I just know that God delivered it right on time, right? And so when I saw this quote and it says, your attitude determines your direction. Y'all, the quote pissed me off, right? That's how negative I was in my mental process at that point. So the quote pissed me off. Saying, what do you mean? My attitude determines my direction. And, what are you talking about? And then I realized, like, oh, I'm looking at this quote like it stole something from me. I'm looking at this quote like it did something to me. This quote ain't did nothing to me. Why I'm mad? Why are you so mad? So then I started really understanding that all of these negative thoughts and these negative people that I'm with and these negative things that I'm watching on TV is my life is being curated to the dark side, right? And so, at first when I'm looking at this quote, it seemed overly simplistic. Like it seemed cliche. Like I was like, are you kidding? You know what I'm saying? Like you trying to be funny? When really, when I sat and I spent some time reflecting on this quote, I realized that my negative mindset was indeed affecting every single aspect of my life, right? And I knew something had to change. I knew that that change had to start with me. Because like I said, y'all, I knew a little thing or two about self-care at this point. I had already begun setting my boundaries. The problem was when I set my boundaries and then I was met with negativity, I fought back with negativity. And so then I began negotiating, right? And so, I would say no, but then I would negotiate. Y'all see how that goes? So I would tell people no, but then I would proceed to negotiate with them. Not understanding no was the complete sentence. This is a no for me, not a negotiate. Okay? I'm not gonna play with it. And so at this time, that's what I was doing, and I was getting met with more negativity, which meant my no's turned into more negotiations. And so I was drawing and attracting everything that I did not want. Hey, Ruffman, welcome in. I was attracting everything that I did not desire, right? And so I knew that it had to start within. And so one of the first things that I did was I had to affirm myself. I had to change my mindset, right? And so just that little quote, the quote that your attitude determines your direction, shifted things for me. Something so simple. A few little words. 5 little words, right? Your attitude determines your direction. It's not their attitude determines your direction. It's not your attitude determines their direction. It is your. My attitude determines my direction. Because see, I had to personalize it. It was about me, right? So I had to say, my attitude determines my direction. And I don't like where I am here, so I have to mentally get out of here so I can go there. Big Dog, welcome in. So again, that quote blessed me so much. So then I was like, hold on, let me get back to these affirmations. Let me start affirming myself and talking nice to myself again, because that's the direction that I'm headed, right? Wanda says negativity will never produce the fruit of a successful and abundant life. Come on, Wanda. Amen. So I began, to tap into the power of the affirmations, right? And so one of the first steps that I took was incorporating daily affirmations into my routine. We know that affirmations are positive statements that help us to overcome negative thoughts and self-sabotaging behaviors. Because at that point, y'all, I was in my own way. I was breaking myself down. I was tearing myself down. And then I was allowing other people to come in and help me do it. As if I needed any help destroying myself, right? And so, during this time, a few of the affirmations that I pulled out of my journal that were of particularly powerful for me at the time is, I am capable of achieving great things. Another one is, I choose to focus on the positive. Because remember, I had a negative mindset at the time. So I had to reprogram my mind and tell myself, I choose to focus on the positive. I see the negative. I'm sitting in the negative. Hey, neighbor. How you doing, Blue? I see the negative, right? I realize that everything around me is burning down, but I know that fire ain't touched me, so I choose to focus on the positive. And the third one was, every challenge I face is an opportunity for growth. Because I knew that life was going to keep lifing. I knew that I still had to deal with these people. I knew I still had to come to this job, right? So I knew that there were things in life that I would have to navigate through. So I just kept telling myself, every challenge, every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. And I would go back to, I choose to focus on the positive. Juju B says, unless we learn to face our own shadows, we will continue to see them in others. Amen. Come through with the quotes, y'all. Right? Hey, Miss Cookie. Hey, Sheehan. Welcome in, my love. So again, those 3 affirmations happen to become my daily mantra. Every single morning, you guys, I would stand in front of the mirror and I would look myself in the eye. And I would repeat those affirmations with conviction. Right? So and me, myself, and I. Okay? Sometimes it's two of us, sometimes it's all three of us, honey. We in the mirror saying, I am capable of achieving great things. I am me, Shantae. I am capable of achieving great things. I choose to focus on the positive. I choose to focus on the positive. And every single challenge, every single weapon formed against me today that I know will not prosper, will be my opportunity to grow, will be my opportunity to get stronger, will be my opportunity to be better than I was yesterday. Because I know I made a few mistakes yesterday, but I choose to be positive. I choose to see the positive. I choose to see the good in people, even though a whole bunch of nasty, rude people have violated me. I choose. Exactly. So I am, right, Kale? I choose. Two very powerful beginnings to affirmations. I am. I choose. See, we don't affirm what we don't want. So we don't say, I do not want, I do not like, I do not. No, we don't affirm what we don't want. We don't speak about what we don't want. We talk about what we do want, right? Jujubee says, because the world outside of us is only a reflection of the world inside of us. Y'all, listen. I could just put the mic down. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. Thank you for the gifts. So listen, these things became my new mindset, right? And yeah, it felt strange at first, right? Anyone who does affirmations, if you've ever done them in the mirror, it does seem weird at first because you're like, why am I doing this? I'm just doing this because life coach told me to. This is odd. Here's my mirror, and y'all don't have to have a mirror. We got these cell phones. Turn that cell phone on to selfie mode. Turn it on to selfie mode. Go into your Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like how you look, you can put a little filter on for you. You can throw some little fake makeup on real quick, whatever you like. You want to hide behind that today, that's cool. But I need you to tell yourself, I am capable of achieving great things. I choose to focus on the positive. And every challenge that I face today, every obstacle, every roadblock, every no, listen, that's just an opportunity for me to grow. It's an opportunity for me. That's for me, right? And so like I said, it does feel strange at first, but over time, these words will start to sink in. These words will begin to reshape your mindset. Thank you, thank you. So again, we like practicality, right? We like to know, well, how do we do it, coach? Right? It's my job to tell you, how do we do it? How do we begin to shift our mindset? How can I change this attitude of mine? Because I'm trying to head somewhere positive, right? What do I do? Okay, it's okay. Don't worry, I got you. Get ready to type some notes. First and foremost, our first practical application, our practical tip, right, is to practice gratitude. And what a coincidence. Is this not a Thankful Thursday? Right? Are we not thankful and grateful that this is the day that the Lord has made? Right? We thankful and grateful? So the first tip to shifting your mindset and getting there is to understand that having an attitude of gratitude takes us so much further than where we are, right? So, one of the ways that we practice gratitude that I always tell all my clients, right? When I see that they're in this little rut and they're struggling and, everybody comes to me to tell me what they don't got, what they don't want, what they don't like, what they need to change, what they ain't been able to change. Nobody comes to me telling me how thankful and grateful they are. And that's cool because that's what I'm here for. Right, Miss Danny? That's what I'm here for. So every single day I encourage people to write down 3 things that they are grateful for. 3 things. You're like, okay, well, that's it. Yep. That's it. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for every single day. This simple practice will help you to shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right. And I don't even just say I'm grateful, right? I got to be extra, y'all. So when I write mine down, I say I am thankful and grateful. Right? I want I want the universe to understand that I truly appreciate and value. So I say I am thankful and grateful for waking up in my right mind today. I am thankful and grateful for the love and support from my family and my friends. I am thankful and grateful to have the opportunity to go out here and continue to be a beacon of positivity for other people in the community. Right? I am thankful and grateful for these things. And so, you know, one of the things that I had started doing again, because I used to keep journals all the time, but when I was going through this, you know, this dark space in my life, I started journaling again. And so I ended up starting a gratitude journal. And initially, you know, it was kind of hard to find things to be grateful for, right? Because I was getting out of a negative mindset. So all I knew was every single thing that was going wrong. And so, you know, when I was talking about every single thing that was going wrong, it was hard for me to see what was going right. So initially, when you start this attitude journal, yeah, it's this gratitude journal. It's going to be a little difficult to kind of list some things, right? But if you keep going, if you keep persisting, you're going to slowly start to notice, you know, these smaller blessings, right? Things that we previously overlooked. And, you know, sometimes we're overlooking the support of a friend, a beautiful sunset, right? So again, just by developing an attitude of gratitude, getting myself a journal, a notebook, something, using our phone, right? And starting to write down 3 things every day that I was thankful for, I was able to shift my outlook on things, shift my perspective back to being more optimistic. All right? So 2020 vision says, how do you feel about generational curses and a passed down trauma, and how do you break it? I feel that it is real. And a very simple answer, because that could be a whole conversation. But a very simple answer would be, how do we break it? Self-care. Like, period. Self-care. We put the mask on ourselves and we save ourselves. We can only blame our ancestors for what we've been dealt for so long. So we've got to start to save ourselves. We've got to start to heal ourselves. I ain't saying that it's going to be easy, but I know that it's not impossible. Hey, Ray. All right. So again, number 1 in our practical tip was to practice gratitude. Number 2 is surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with positivity. And you know, 2020, what's funny is these 5 tips that I'm giving are also answers to your question, which are all forms of self-care, which is why I just broke it down to simply self-care. So add that to the chat, you guys. Surround yourself with positivity. It's important for us to spend time with the people who uplift us and inspire us. Other people's positive energy will be contagious, right? And it's going to help us to maintain a good attitude. Just like people's negative energy. You ever walk into a room with negative people, or your friends are, you know, in a mood, and all of a sudden you feel like you're in that mood too, like their situation is your situation? They done rub their little negative attitude off on you, and you like, I'm mad and I don't even know why I'm mad, because I had a good day today, but now I'm mad for no reason. So we have to make a conscious effort to distance ourselves from these negative influences, right? And we've got to seek out individuals who have a positive outlook on life. You know, I always tell you guys to look for the people who feel like sunshine. So y'all know when y'all open the curtains or you step outside and the sun is shining, that warmth that you get, that joy, that happiness that you get first thing in the morning, right? So we have to surround ourselves with people who feel like sunshine, people who feel like happiness and joy, right? Is that right, Ray? Listen, that's alignment. Ray said this is crazy because I just had this conversation an hour ago. That is alignment. This was your reminder. This was your confirmation that you're right. Okay? You're right. So again, we need to make sure that we are seeking out other individuals who are serving positivity. And so we want to make sure, that the people that we tap in with, whether that's, actually going to talk to someone, the people that we watch on these live streams, the things that we watch on TV, we need things that serve positive energy to us, not negative energy, because that's what we're trying to shake off. We don't want those negative vibes, right? One of the gifts to the curse of being an empath is that I pick up on people's energy very quickly. And so I am a negative energy blocker. And so there are times when I am introduced to people and I don't want nothing to do with them because I already know that they have negative energy. And I feel it. I can see it. You know what I mean? And they haven't even done anything. They just said, hey, my name is so-and-so. And I'm like, nice to meet you. Have a good day. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with you because I can see your negativity a mile away. I can smell the bullshit that you bring and I'm not interested, right? So again, that's one of the gifts to the curse of being an empath and being tapped into your empath abilities. Sweets Jeff, welcome in. So again, make sure you're surrounding yourself with positivity because other people's positive words, their encouragement, and their positivity can truly have a profound impact on your attitude. Okay? Number 3, mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness and meditation. Add that to the chat for me. Mindfulness and meditation. It is important for you to spend a few moments each day doing meditation or mindfulness practices. This is the moment, these activities and exercises allow you to clear your mind. These are the things that allow you to maintain a calm and positive outlook. That's one of the things that I started doing. I began meditating for about 5-10 minutes each day. I would do so before my live streams. I invested in a yoga mat. Y'all know that I'm really into my plants. So I had all of my plants around. I put my yoga mat down. I started playing binaural beats and I would say my affirmations and I would just spend a few moments each day being mindful, just meditating. Sometimes saying nothing at all. Sometimes just going in the room, in the silence and sitting, right? And doing this daily, even on my lunch break. So when I used to work my corporate job and I worked from home, on my lunch break, by the time, noon had come, these people had peopled way too much. And that is bad when the people be peopling virtually, okay? And so on my lunch break, I would come into my art space and I would just sit on the floor or lay on my yoga mat, pick a pose, turn a playlist on, right? And I would just relax. Yeah, right? I would just relax and I would just unwind. And so this gave me the opportunity to clear my mind. This gave me the attitude to get a grip on my positive attitude again because they were about to take me into a negative space. Hey, Sophie girl. Thank you. And so, these things, taking a few moments just to reflect and to be mindful and give your feelings space will allow you to significantly impact how you approach the day, how you approach others. Being mindful and taking time to meditate gives you the ability and helps you with your abilities, because you already have it, right? We just got to get control over it again. But it gives you this opportunity to learn to respond to people who are trying to get you to react. So there are always going to be people in life. I call them DOPs, disruptors of peace. Mr. T, welcome in. DOPs, disruptors of peace, honey. And they reside on every corner, on every street, in every city of every state and every country. Okay? So the DOPs will constantly show up and try to get you to react. They're going to poke every single button that you got. They're going to bring you new buttons so they can poke those too, right? They're going to do everything in their power to set you off and trigger you. And so when the DOPs show up, I need to be able to respond to them versus react to them. Because I can't kill them because I'm going to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. There's still work out here for me to do, right? God ain't told me I'm supposed to serve a purpose in prison. That's not where I'm supposed to go. So I got to say, Jesus be a fence, and I'm going to need you to handle it, because if I handle it, I'm going to go to jail. Because that's where my reactions lead me, right? We'd be like, I go from 0 to 100 real quick, right? When I hit 100, baby, if I sit there too long, I'm going to jail. So I need to understand that, I need to stop reacting to everyone. Everyone doesn't deserve my reaction, especially because they don't even really deserve my response. But I would much rather respond to a situation than react to it, because the reaction gets me in trouble. My reaction speaks to who I am. My response is going to tell you about yourself. How I respond to a situation has everything to do with you. But if I react to the situation, that has everything to do with me, right? So again, you have to spend some time doing mindfulness exercises, meditating, so then that way you can really tap into, what do I feel? How do I feel about this? Why do I feel like punching her in the throat? Why do I want to, punch her? Right? Ali says, I had to stop reacting because they literally thrive off my madness. Absolutely. And then they go off skipping to my loo. They go off. Thank you, Mr. T. Being happy-go-lucky. Never a problem, because they're all excited because they did what they accomplished to do, because their purpose in your life is to be a disruptor to your peace. So then number 4 is to set goals and visualize success. We have somewhere to be. We have somewhere to go, right? We have a goal for ourselves. We have a plan. And so we've got this vision, and we've talked about dead faith. We know that faith without work is dead, right? So we have to begin to not only set a goal, but visualize the success. Because I need a plan. When the DOPs show up, I need a plan. I need to know, okay, boom, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, this is where I'm going, this is who ain't coming with me, this is why I'm going there. I need a roadmap to success, right? And so it's important for us to set goals and to be able to visualize the success. Because if I can't see it, why do I want to do it? If I don't see that I'm capable, if I can't see myself doing it, well, why am I saying this is what I want to do, right? So it's important for us to take some time to clearly define our goals and visualizing ourselves achieving them. So if you write down a goal for yourself, y'all got a to-do list. The reason why most of y'all's to-do list ain't getting done is because you can't see yourself doing it. You can't see yourself doing it, so you're not doing it. Many of you say, oh, I want to go to the gym and I want to start working out more. On what? Can you see yourself on the elliptical, baby? Do you see yourself on the treadmill? Do you see yourself lifting them weights? You see yourself walking in the pool, running, jogging, whatever it is? Do you see yourself holding the squat position? Oh, you can't see it? Well, that's why it ain't getting done. Right? So you got to make sure that you can see yourself doing it. This not only will help to keep you motivated, but it reinforces that positive attitude that we're trying to cultivate, right? It helps us to manifest that positive energy that we want. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you, Big Dog. So, seeing is believing, they say, right? Thank you, sweet. Seeing is believing. And so you have to be able to visualize yourself doing it. Even if your goal is to take a vacation, baby, do you see yourself on the beach? Can you hear the waves? Y'all see my new sew in, while I'm out here on the beach looking fabulous. Y'all see that sunshine? Right? Baby, I gotta see it. I no longer need a vision board. I got a vision brain. I see me on the beach chilling and relaxing because I done saved my money. Right? I see it. I feel it. Thank you guys for the gifts. Right? Seeing is believing. And so, this will help to keep us motivated, and it'll help to reinforce it'll help to reinforce us as we head towards what it is we're aspiring to do, right? Heavy on the vision brain, right? So again, we do start with things like a vision board. And you could go out and you could go to the $1.25 store and you can buy you the science fair poster board for $1.25, and you can get you all the scissors and this, that, and the other. Or you can create a vision board on your phone. We techies, right? And I can't take that vision board everywhere I go because people will think I'm crazy, right? So we techies. So we have these tablets and these computers and these phones. We out here making these flyers and whatever. Let me create a vision board on my phone. Every time I'm scrolling and I see something, this is what I want, this is what I'm doing, this is what I like, let me clip that. Let me add that to my screensaver, right? There's nothing says that I can't have a revolving vision. So I got a goal. Cool, let me put that on my phone and save it. So every time I pick up my phone and I get ready to do some foolishness, every time I pick up my phone and there's somebody serving me some negative energy, let me have this quote on my phone that reminds me that my attitude determines my direction. Right? Let me put this quote on my phone that says, I am far too smart to be the only thing getting in my way. I'm feeling overwhelmed at work. Let me put this quote on my phone that says, don't worry about the whole staircase, just focus on your next step. Come on now. I got me. Anybody else gotta have me? God got me. I got me. I don't need nothing else. Right? I'm a strong woman. Self-care club got me. Because them is my positive people. They feel like sunshine, right? So again, create a vision board that works for you. Like I said, you want to go out, you want to get a board. Hey, some of us we need the actual big banner, whatever. I ain't mad at it. I done had plenty over the years. They serve a purpose until they didn't serve my purpose, right? Then I learned that I can create a vision board anywhere, and I elevated it to okay. Let me have a vision mind. Let me escalate these quotes and affirmations, because that's the vision that I see. I wanted to speak life over myself, and I knew that wasn't a destination because I needed life right here, right now. So Sweet says the 3% rule. 3% goals are attainable and important. You need to take tiny steps. And so our last one, excuse me, number 5 is learn from your failures, your mistakes, your missteps. Learn from them. Learn the lesson. What we talked about yesterday, y'all. Learn that lesson. Let your wounds teach you how to heal. Y'all remember that? These mistakes, these wounds, these missteps, these situations where we have fallen just a wee bit short. Allow your wounds to teach you how to heal. Instead of seeing your failures as setbacks, view them as learning opportunities. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? I just clapped back. I reacted. I done put my hands on somebody, y'all. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have had I shouldn't have did what I allegedly am, being charged with. I shouldn't have done that. What can I learn from this experience? Hey, Chrissy. What can I learn? And now I'm gonna take that knowledge and I'm gonna use it to grow. Okay, cool, I beat the charge. Little community service. I done beat the charge, right? For what they allegedly said I did. Copped a plea. What can I learn from this? Because the next time I go back to court, might not be so good in my favor if I keep reacting to people. So what can I learn from this? Oh, I've learned. Gotta stop putting your hands on people. Gotta stop fighting back. But I can't. Can't let them win. So I gotta stop reacting to the disruptors, right? Come on, Wanda, you know what I'm saying. Orange is cute, but I don't look good in it 24/7. I mean, I don't think they're gonna let me have my glasses in prison. I got a lot of glasses, y'all. I mean, I don't mind talking to the people in the prison, but I don't think they're gonna let me have my glasses, and that's a problem for me. So I gotta learn how to respond and stop reacting so much, right? So, when we're in these situations where we fall short, we've got to sit back and say, what can I learn from this? What can I do the next time so I'm not in this position? And we got to use that knowledge to grow. And so, anytime I'm facing setbacks, I start to analyze what went wrong. Right? Right in that moment, I try to figure out when things went left so I can get back on the right path. So I need to know what went wrong in this situation. I'm accountable, so I'm going to start with me. Did I do something? Nope, I didn't. Okay, it was them. Cool. Do we really need them? Should we allow them to come back? A very real example that I will give. Y'all, I just changed my phone number. I really just needed a clean slate. And I was like, I'm finna change my phone number. I ain't changed my phone number in years, right? So I changed my phone number. So then I was so happy, so excited, because I was like, cool, I get to pick and choose who gets this number, right? Then I gave my number to somebody, and immediately, first text served me the very energy that separated me from them before. And they knew it. They knew it because they apologized for the energy that they served me before. To which I said, hey, we're all human. We all make mistakes. It's cool, whatever. I'm a forgiving person, I would like to think that I've evolved and I've grown. So I'm like, yeah, no, it's okay. It's cool. To which they then proceed to serve me that energy again. Y'all, Wanda, if I'd have had a communion size cut, listen, the capacity for which I had to deal with this yesterday, y'all see the lid to my lip gloss? I didn't even have that capacity yesterday, right? Because y'all my people, y'all know what I'm going through already. I started that conversation with this capacity. This the lid to my chapstick. See, my lip gloss lid holds twice that amount. This what I had. So Wanda, I just wanted you to know I found a little cup that's smaller than the communion cup. It ain't a cup, it's a cap. And I had about a cap full of room for her bullshit yesterday. But that did not stop her from filling my cap up and the caps of every other person in the world. Listen, she didn't take the hint. She didn't read the room. But y'all know what? I didn't respond and I didn't react. I had to let her talk to herself. Sometimes I have to remind myself that my friends are not my clients. But some of my clients happen to be my friends. Y'all get that? All of my friends are not my clients. So nothing says that I have to allow you to dump your mess on me. Because see, when people dump their shit on me, I get paid to handle that. I get paid to clean that up. So I have to get people to understand that my friends, they're not my clients. I am a life coach, and you know that, but you want to abuse that, right? You want to just use me and then throw me what you want to throw me, right? So I had to kind of understand that. And so when the lesson that I learned in that, because that was a misstep for me, y'all. Yesterday, that was a failure for me. Hey, boo boo, you all right? That was a failure for me yesterday, because I was so excited about having this new number, and I have been bragging like y'all, like 15 people getting this number. Don't you tell your mama this number. You better not tell nobody but God this phone number, okay? And then I give this number to her, and at the end of it, I was just like, oh, I'm filled with so many regrets. Like, I wanted to call Verizon and be like, hey, can you change it again? Can you change this? Okay, cool. And so I had to forgive myself, and I had to see what I could do differently. And just because she got the number, it doesn't mean that I got to keep interacting and engaging. She fell off once, she'll fall off again. Right? So I had to use that knowledge to help me grow, to help me get through it. And so that allowed me to shift this feeling of defeat into another lesson that will keep me moving forward with a positive attitude. Yeah, I mean, she just made it to be the first person on the mute. And if she doesn't stop with being the first person on the mute, then she'll probably be the first person on the block list. It's okay. And the cool thing about Verizon is you can go into the website and you can block them there. So it's like you can pluck them out at the root where you ain't even got to see it. So then I can say, ooh, I don't have you blocked. Verizon does. Because I asked them to. Wow. Right? So remember, there are things that we can do in real life to help us, take these next steps. There's no amazing switch that we can flip that removes DLPs forever and makes everything sunshine and roses. Like, that's just not the way life works, y'all, right? But, these practices that I teach you guys are not just abstract concepts. Hey, Tran. What up, Nacho Ho? Drake, welcome in. They have real life applications. So, when I told you guys that I was struggling before, thank you, love. Thank you. When I told you guys that I was struggling before, I decided to apply the principle of positive attitude by setting small and achievable goals. Thank you. Small and achievable goals, right? Each time I met a goal, no matter how minor it was, I began to celebrate my success. And this helped me to build my confidence up. So like that negativity, thank you. That negativity that I was feeling before, right? That feeling stuck in a rut. All of a sudden that started to disappear because I felt more confident. I felt more empowered. And so it created a positive momentum. And so I started seeking out other mentors, other people who were positive. I started gravitating back to the people who felt like sunshine. I, started going to people and started being open and honest about my feelings, and then was receiving the confirmation that I needed, right? Other people were saying you were absolutely correct in how you feel, and that's absolutely right. That's how you're supposed to be. That's what you're supposed to do, right? And so I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I am on the right path. I am on the right track. So I had mentors. I was a life coach who got a life coach, right? Thank you, Coco. I got myself a life coach. And I had to tell myself, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. I needed people who would confirm what I was saying, not enable me, right? Because I might have been wrong. So I needed people to help call me on my bullshit too. I needed people to hold me accountable. So we want to make sure that we seek out support from people who are actually going to help us, who are going to bless us, right? And so I would celebrate my success. I would go to people who I knew would best serve me, who would hold me accountable, who would call me on my bullshit, who would encourage me to get through it. And then, that helps, like I said, to reinforce my belief that I am on the right path, that I am on target. Thank you, Allie. That I am moving and operating in the spaces that I'm supposed to be. I am supposed to be here, right? And so at work, my career gradually began to shift. Now, when it came to the opportunities, because part of what was happening at work is I felt stuck. I didn't like my job anymore. I didn't like the position that I was in, but every time I would look, there was no other position. So what happened for me was I was empowered enough to say, hey, my boss is like, well, if you're not happy, what more would you like to do? Or what else can we do? Can we get you in another position? I became so empowered that I was able to tell my boss and my boss's boss that unless you guys are looking for a life coach for the employees, there's nothing that you guys have here to serve me. And so this will be the last position I serve in. And when I'm no longer of service in this role, I won't be here, right? Because I needed to understand that this is just a stepping stone for me. This is not what I want to turn into a career. This does not serve my purpose. I am not passionate about this. So I was able to speak up and to be honest to say, there's nothing that you can offer me unless you are willing to let me serve my purpose. And what I offer actually serves a purpose here in this space because, honey, y'all need me more than y'all know. But again, here I am, serving my purpose, walking my own path, right? And so, that shift that I had in the career, it definitely took a different turn than what I was expecting. I didn't believe that shift was going to be me just speaking my truth, being honest with myself, right? But that was the turn that I needed. So much so that I really think God was sick of me. And God was like, okay, so you started telling the people how you feel, but here it is a year later, and you still just telling the people how you feel. You ain't got no action. You sitting over here with a plan and you ain't putting it to use. And so God was like, I'm sick of her. My little angels was going back and reporting, God, we gave her the purpose and she understands the purpose and she got the plan, but God, she's still working for these people. That's blocking her blessing. And God said, you know what? I'm sick of her. Take the job. Take the job from her. Now, we don't want her to go into shock. So give her 90 days. Make sure to tell her that in 90 days, your service here is no longer needed. Because we know that baby likes to make a plan. Because, honey, God knows I need a plan. You throw me into something and I'm like, what? He wants me to do what? Right? So God said, listen, this baby, my baby Shantae, she needs a plan. So tell her she got 90 days. And then tell her we're going to help her for 6 months after that. So I found out, and was it 90 days? It might not have even been 90 days, y'all. It might have been 60. The angels might have misunderstood God's plan. But anyways, they told me in November that December 31st was my last day. And I was like, okay, cool. I didn't have to react. I wasn't upset. I wasn't sad. I wasn't mad. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. Then they said, but don't worry. You get a little severance package. You get a little package for 6 months. So I was like, wait, y'all letting me go and y'all still gonna keep paying me every 2 weeks for 6 months? Yeah, it's cool. So I had to sit back and I had to understand, oh, this ain't happening to me. This is happening for me. So I was like, okay, God, checkmate. I see what you just did there, Lord. Because I wasn't fully doing what I was being called to do. So I told y'all God was sick of me, but he wasn't done with me. So listen, God can get sick of me whenever he wants to, honey, as long as he don't never give up on me. Right? Yeah, thank you, Lord, for closing this door and revealing so many other ones. And so, again, these things are not overnight transformations, but with consistency, right? Consistent application of a positive attitude, showing up, being accountable, giving validity to your feelings, right? Showing up, taking up space, being unapologetic, being authentically who you are, not hiding who you are, right? Consistent application of positive attitude makes a significant difference. And y'all, I've been thriving. For those of you who have been with me for a while, I'm sure you see the growth, right? You see the shift in me. You can see that I'm happier. I am less stressed. For my friends, I know they like, she get on my nerves. She's so positive all the time. And you got time for your negative vibes, right? So as we wrap up today, right? In conclusion, let's land this plane, y'all. Let's tie all this together. We understand that our attitude determines our direction. Your attitude determines your direction. My attitude determines my direction. And it is okay sometimes if we are headed in opposite directions. But what we need to understand is this is more than just a catchy phrase. This is more than just a quote. It is a powerful truth that can totally transform our life. It did mine, right? It was a wake-up call for me. And I hope that this live stream is a wake-up call for you. It is important for us to embrace the power of positive thinking. We've got to begin to incorporate affirmations into our daily routine. We got to begin to apply these practical steps in order to maintain the positive attitude, because the DOP is going to show up in full force doing their job. So we need practical steps to help us navigate. And remember, every single day is a new opportunity to adjust your attitude. Remember growing up as a kid, y'all? Your mama would be like saying something to you, and then you would have this look on your face because you was appalled that she asked you to wash the dishes. And she would be like, fix your face. You better fix your tone of voice. Y'all know that? Well, this is me. This is me picking up where mama left off, y'all. Y'all better fix y'all's face. You better change your attitude. Y'all better watch y'all's tone of voice. Right? Every single day is a new opportunity to adjust your attitude and change your direction. So if you are not happy with the way things are going in your life right now, this is the day. This is the opportunity for you to shift your attitude and head in the opposite direction. Spiritual Poet, welcome in. Choosing positivity, embracing challenges will allow things to unfold in our life in remarkable ways. So again, I'm finna be y'all's mama and tell y'all, it is time for you to fix your face. Check your tone of voice. Change your attitude. Your attitude determines your direction. So as I wrap up today, you guys, I invite anyone to share any questions that they have or any reflections that you have from today's experience. You guys can share that. Listen, green hearts tell me everything I need to know. Y'all got a ton of emojis out there, use them. You got a question, ask it. Y'all feel some sort of way because I stepped on y'all's toes? Next time, wear tennis shoes and don't come in here with these flip-flops on. Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Remember, sharing our thoughts, by sharing your thoughts, it contributes to the growth and the improvement of these sessions, right? It lets me know what I need to do. It helps to guide me on the path that I need in order to keep showing up and being that beacon of positivity for you. Y'all, because I'm extra heavy on the self-care. I just need to know what y'all need and when y'all need it, right? I want to make sure that the things that I am doing helps you to meet your needs, right? I want to make sure that as my cup is overflowing, that y'all come equipped with y'all's cups to fill yours. So again, if anybody ever has questions, comments, concerns, don't be afraid to share them. If you don't want to do it in front of the class, right? Hit me up. I got you. Wanda Create said this was so good, life coach. Blue running. Sweet says this. It can be scary doing important things, but we're moving forward and we can't fail. Absolutely. Allie B says today is the day I choose to look forward. Exactly. You know what, Allie? Because what's ahead of you is so much better than the things behind you. Right? So y'all keep y'all's eyes on the road. Don't have me get in the car. Y'all keep y'all's eyes on the road. The windshield is the biggest view in the car. Not the rear view. Not them side mirrors. Keep your hands 10 and 2 on the wheel. Keep your eyes forward on the road. Occasionally, y'all see my rear view back here? Occasionally, I'm going to look up. Hold on, y'all. I gotta look up occasionally and see the rear view. Okay, cool. That ain't about to touch me. What's back there, I just need to make sure that what's behind me ain't catching up with me now. Because I done left some things behind me, and I don't want it to catch up with me now. Safety first. Ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. When we get in the car at night, we gotta look over our shoulder and make sure ain't nothing and no one in the back seat. Right? So we check behind us briefly, quickly. I just need to look left, look right, check behind me. Cool, I'm good. Let me focus on where I'm supposed to be. I can't keep looking back because then I'll never move forward. Right? So I thank each and every one of you for being here with us today. Your presence and contributions during this live stream are greatly appreciated. Your support directly benefits the Self-Care Club, LLC, fostering positive change. Your generosity fuels this mission and is why I am happy to keep coming back every day doing what I do. If anybody is seeking any additional information about the Self-Care Club, or if you're trying to step it up a notch and you're ready to book your free session with me, remember free 99, everybody gets a free session in the beginning, 30 minutes to determine if we align. So if you're ready to book a one-on-one personalized coaching session with me, please visit theselfcareclub.org for more details. Selfcareclub.org. And I hope to connect with each and every one of you again during our next live coaching session. We meet weekdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we will be back tomorrow with another lesson of the day, a new word. If you came in late or you missed today's live stream or you missed any of our other streams during this challenge, I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You just go to YouTube and search at Life Coach 614. For those of you who want to type the whole thing out, you do youtube.com/at Life Coach 614. Take you directly to me. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. You can go back and watch the other 3 days. You do not have to watch them in any particular order. All right? Whatever lesson God gives me to share, that's what I share. But I definitely encourage you guys to make sure that you get all 45 of these days. I love you guys. Have an amazing day on purpose, filled with purpose. Love you to life. Catch you guys tomorrow.